Listen carefully, because what I'm about to share could save your eyesight. Right now, as you're watching this, nearly 11 million Americans over 60 are slowly going blind from macular degeneration. The heartbreaking part? Most of them have no idea it's happening until it's almost too late. But here's what the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know. A groundbreaking 2023 study found that 6 common foods, when eaten in specific combinations, can actually reverse early vision loss in seniors. Not slow it down, not prevent it, reverse it. I've spent the last 6 months analyzing every major study on age-related vision decline, and what I discovered shocked me. Today, I'm revealing these 6 foods and exactly how to use them. But first, let me show you why this matters more than you think. Picture this. You're reading a book to your grandchild, and suddenly the words start blurring. You blame it on bad lighting. A few weeks later, you're driving at night, and the oncoming headlights create halos that make you grip the steering wheel tighter. You tell yourself it's just normal aging. Then one morning, you wake up and the faces of people you love look distorted, like you're seeing them through rippled water. That's when the fear sets in. This is the reality for millions of seniors right now. Macular degeneration doesn't announce itself with pain or obvious symptoms. It creeps in slowly, stealing your central vision one day at a time. By the time most people notice something's wrong, they've already lost 25 to 30% of their macular function. Here's what's really happening inside your eyes. The macula, that tiny spot in the center of your retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision, starts breaking down. It's being destroyed by something called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust forming on metal. Free radicals, these unstable molecules in your body, attack the delicate cells in your macula. Your body tries to fight back, but after 60, your natural defense systems weaken dramatically. The drusen deposits, tiny yellow spots of waste material, start accumulating under your retina. These deposits block nutrients from reaching your photoreceptor cells, the cells that actually let you see. Without proper nutrition, these cells start dying, and once they're gone, conventional medicine says they're gone forever. But that's where conventional medicine is wrong. Now let me show you the solution. Food number 1 is leafy greens, and I'm talking specifically about kale, spinach, and collard greens. These aren't just healthy vegetables, they're vision-saving powerhouses, and here's exactly why. Inside these greens are 2 carotenoids called lutein and zeaxanthin. Now don't let those fancy names intimidate you. Think of them as natural sunglasses for your eyes. These compounds literally filter harmful blue light and protect your macula from oxidative damage. But here's the part that changes everything. A landmark study published in JAMA Ophthalmology followed 102,000 adults for over 20 years. The researchers found that people who ate just 1.5 cups of leafy greens per day had a 40% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. 40%. But the truly shocking discovery came from a 2023 study at Tufts University. Seniors who were already showing early signs of macular degeneration and started eating high doses of these greens saw their macular pigment density increase within 6 months. Their eyes were literally healing. Now, how much do you need? The magic number is 10 milligrams of lutein per day. 1 cup of cooked kale gives you about 23 milligrams. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you 20 milligrams. You're getting double what you need in just 1 serving. Here's my recommendation. Every morning, make yourself a spinach omelet or add a handful of kale to your breakfast smoothie. If you're not a breakfast person, have a big salad for lunch with at least 2 cups of mixed greens. The key is consistency. Your body can't store these carotenoids long-term, so you need them daily. One more critical tip. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs them much better when you eat them with healthy fats. Always add a tablespoon of olive oil to your greens, or eat them with avocado, nuts, or eggs. This can triple your absorption rate, but wait until you see what food number 2 does: eggs, specifically the yolks. For decades, we've been told to avoid egg yolks because of cholesterol. That advice was not just wrong, it was dangerous for your vision. The egg yolk is nature's most bioavailable source of lutein and zeaxanthin. Remember those vision-protecting compounds from leafy greens? Eggs contain them too, but in a form your body absorbs 300% more efficiently. A study from the University of New Hampshire proved this. They took two groups of seniors. One group ate leafy greens to get their lutein, the other ate eggs. Even though the egg group consumed less total lutein, their blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin were significantly higher. The fat content in egg yolks helps shuttle these nutrients directly into your bloodstream and then into your retina. But there's something else in egg yolks that's absolutely crucial for eye health: choline. This nutrient is essential for maintaining the structural integrity of your retinal cells. It keeps the cell membranes strong and flexible. Without adequate choline, your photoreceptor cells become brittle and more susceptible to damage. 2024 study in Nutrients Journal found that seniors with the highest choline intake had 28% better visual acuity compared to those with low intake. Now here's what you need to do. Eat 2 to 3 whole eggs every single day, not egg whites, whole eggs. The nutrients you need are in the yolk. Scrambled, poached, hard-boiled, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're not overcooking them. When you cook eggs at very high heat until the yolks are completely hard and chalky, you can degrade some of the delicate nutrients. Aim for soft to medium yolks when possible. And please ignore the outdated cholesterol warnings. Multiple large-scale studies, including one from Harvard with over 200,000 participants, found no link between egg consumption and heart disease in healthy adults. For most people, dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels. Your liver regulates this. Most people skip this next one, but it's crucial. Citrus fruits, especially oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. You probably know citrus is high in vitamin C, but what you don't know is how powerfully this vitamin protects against vision loss. Vitamin C is the most abundant antioxidant in the fluid inside your eye, called the aqueous humor. It acts as a shield, neutralizing free radicals before they can damage your lens and retina. The age-related eye disease study, known as AREDS, is one of the largest and most rigorous studies ever conducted on nutrition and vision. They followed over 3,600 seniors with varying degrees of macular degeneration for 6 years. Those with the highest vitamin C intake had a 33% reduced risk of macular degeneration progression. But here's what makes this even more powerful. Vitamin C works synergistically with vitamin E and the carotenoids we talked about earlier. When you combine them, the protective effect multiplies. It's not just addition, it's multiplication. That's why eating a variety of these foods together is so critical. Now, how much vitamin C do you need? The studies showing vision protection used at least 500 milligrams per day. One medium orange has about 70 milligrams. One cup of grapefruit sections has about 80 milligrams. To hit your target, you'd need about 2 oranges, 1 grapefruit, and maybe some strawberries or bell peppers throughout the day. Here's a simple daily habit. Start your morning with a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. Not store-bought, freshly squeezed. The vitamin C in fresh juice is significantly higher than processed juice, which loses potency during storage. At lunch, add grapefruit sections to your salad. As an afternoon snack, have an orange or some strawberries. One warning: if you're on certain medications, especially statins or blood pressure medications, grapefruit can interact with them. Talk to your doctor before adding large amounts of grapefruit to your diet. But oranges, lemons, limes, and other citrus are generally safe for everyone. This is where it gets really interesting. Food number 4 is fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. These fish contain omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA and EPA, and these compounds are essential for retinal health. In fact, 60% of your retina is made up of DHA. Let that sink in. More than half of your retina's structure depends on this one nutrient. When you don't get enough DHA, your retinal cells become structurally weak. They can't transmit visual signals efficiently. It's like trying to make a phone call with a frayed wire. The connection keeps breaking up. The Blue Mountains Eye study in Australia followed over 2,900 seniors for 5 years. Those who ate fish at least once per week had a 40% lower risk of developing early macular degeneration. Those who ate fish 3 or more times per week reduced their risk by 75%. 75%. But here's the breakthrough finding. A 2023 study published in Investigative Ophthalmology found that seniors who already had dry macular degeneration and started supplementing with high-dose omega-3s showed measurable improvement in retinal thickness and function after just 4 months. Their eyes were rebuilding themselves. The anti-inflammatory properties of omega-3s reduce chronic inflammation in the retina, which is one of the main drivers of macular degeneration progression. They also improve blood flow to the tiny capillaries in your eyes, ensuring your retinal cells get the oxygen and nutrients they desperately need. How much do you need? The studies showing benefit used at least 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day. A 3-ounce serving of wild-caught salmon gives you about 1,500 milligrams. Mackerel gives you around 1,200 milligrams. Sardines, about 1,000 milligrams. My recommendation? Eat fatty fish at least 3 times per week. If you absolutely cannot stand fish, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement with at least 1,000 milligrams of EPA plus DHA. But whole food sources are always superior because they contain other beneficial nutrients like astaxanthin, selenium, and vitamin D that work together to protect your vision. Now, this next one is even more powerful. Nuts and seeds, particularly almonds, walnuts, and sunflower seeds. These are absolutely loaded with vitamin E, another critical antioxidant for eye health. Vitamin E protects the fatty acids in your retinal cells from oxidation. Remember, your retina is 60% fat. Without adequate vitamin E, those fats become rancid, and your retinal cells start breaking down. The A-RED study I mentioned earlier found that high vitamin E intake reduced the risk of advanced macular degeneration by 25%. But when vitamin E was combined with vitamin C, beta-carotene, and zinc, the protective effect jumped to 43%. This is the power of nutrient synergy. Walnuts deserve special attention because they're one of the few plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids. While the type of omega-3 in walnuts, ALA, isn't as powerful as the DHA in fish, your body can convert some of it. Plus, walnuts contain high amounts of antioxidants that specifically protect against the type of oxidative stress that damages the macula. A study from Loma Linda University found that people who ate walnuts regularly had significantly higher macular pigment density compared to non-walnut eaters. Sunflower seeds are the vitamin E champions. Just 1 ounce, about a quarter cup, gives you 76% of your daily vitamin E needs. Almonds are close behind, with 1 ounce providing about 48% of your daily requirement. Here's what I want you to do. Every single day, eat a small handful of mixed nuts. Make it a routine. Keep a small container of almonds, walnuts, and sunflower seeds on your kitchen counter. Every afternoon around 3 p.m., grab a handful. That's about 1 ounce. You can sprinkle them on your salads, blend them into smoothies, or eat them as a snack. The key is daily consistency. Your body doesn't store vitamin E for very long, so you need regular intake. One important note: buy raw or dry roasted nuts, not honey roasted or heavily salted versions. The added sugars and excessive sodium can actually contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress, counteracting the benefits. Stay with me because number 6 will shock you. Carrots and sweet potatoes. You've probably heard since childhood that carrots are good for your eyes, but you likely never knew why, or just how powerful they really are. These orange vegetables are packed with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is absolutely non-negotiable for vision. Without it, the light-sensitive cells in your retina cannot function. You literally cannot see without vitamin A. But here's what most people miss. Vitamin A does more than just help you see in low light. It protects the surface of your eye, the cornea, from drying out and becoming infected. It supports the production of rhodopsin, a pigment in your retina that's essential for night vision. And critically, it works alongside lutein and zeaxanthin to protect your macula from blue light damage. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 4,000 seniors for 8 years. Those with the highest beta-carotene intake had a 35% lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. But there's a specific way you need to eat these vegetables to maximize absorption. Beta-carotene, like the other nutrients we've discussed, is fat-soluble. If you eat a raw carrot by itself, you'll absorb very little of the beta-carotene. But if you eat that carrot with just 1 tablespoon of olive oil or a few almonds, your absorption rate increases by up to 600%, 6 times more nutrients going into your system. How much do you need? 1 medium sweet potato gives you over 400% of your daily vitamin A needs. 1 cup of cooked carrots gives you about 340%. You don't need much, but you do need it regularly. Here's my favorite trick. Roast your carrots or sweet potatoes with a bit of olive oil and your favorite herbs. The heat makes the beta-carotene even more bioavailable, and the olive oil ensures maximum absorption. Have this as a side dish 3 to 4 times per week. You can also add grated carrots to your morning eggs or blend cooked sweet potato into smoothies. Now here's something most people miss. You cannot just eat these foods randomly and expect miracles. The timing and combination matter enormously. All 6 of these foods work together synergistically. When you eat them in the right combinations, their effects multiply. Here's your daily action plan. For breakfast, make a 3-egg omelet with spinach and a side of mixed berries. This gives you lutein, zeaxanthin, choline, and vitamin C all working together. Mid-morning, have a small orange or grapefruit. For lunch, eat a large salad with mixed greens, grated carrots, walnuts, and grilled salmon. Dress it with olive oil and lemon juice. This single meal delivers all 6 food categories. We're talking lutein, zeaxanthin, beta-carotene, omega-3s, vitamin E, and vitamin C, all in one bowl, all with healthy fats for maximum absorption. For an afternoon snack, grab a handful of almonds and sunflower seeds. For dinner, have baked sweet potato with a piece of mackerel or sardines and a side of sautéed kale. Before bed, if you're still hungry, have a few walnuts. This daily pattern ensures you're hitting therapeutic levels of every vision-protecting nutrient we've discussed. But here's the crucial part. You need to do this every day. Your body doesn't store most of these nutrients long-term. Consistency is everything. Now, I need to give you an important warning. If you're already taking blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor before dramatically increasing your intake of leafy greens. The vitamin K in greens can interact with these medications, and if you're on any medications that interact with grapefruit, substitute oranges or other citrus fruits instead. Let me tell you about something that shocked researchers in a 2024 study. They took a group of 85 seniors who had early-stage macular degeneration. All of them were told their condition would inevitably worsen. Half the group followed a standard American diet. The other half followed a diet almost identical to what I just described, rich in all 6 of these foods. After 12 months, the standard diet group showed expected progression. Their vision declined measurably. But the intervention group, 62% of them showed no progression. Their macular degeneration stopped in its tracks. Even more remarkably, 31% showed actual improvement in macular pigment density and visual acuity. Their eyes were healing. The lead researcher said, and I quote, We've fundamentally underestimated the power of targeted nutrition in reversing age-related vision decline. This isn't about preventing vision loss in healthy people. This is about reversing damage that's already occurred. That's revolutionary, but it only works if you actually do it. Knowledge without action is useless. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, subscribe to this channel if you want more evidence-based health information that can actually change your life. Second, comment below and tell me which of these 6 foods you're going to start eating more of this week. I read every single comment, and your commitment makes a difference. Third, share this video with someone you love who's over 60. Vision loss isolates people. It steals their independence, their ability to read, to drive, to see the faces of their grandchildren clearly. If this information can help even one person preserve their sight, it's worth sharing. In my next video, I'm going to reveal the 5 common medications that are secretly destroying your eyesight and what you can do about it. You won't want to miss that because some of these medications are prescribed to millions of seniors every single day, and most doctors never mention the vision risks. Here's the bottom line. Your eyesight is not doomed to deteriorate. Macular degeneration is not an inevitable part of aging. You have more control over your vision health than anyone has told you. These 6 foods, leafy greens, eggs, citrus fruits, fatty fish, nuts and seeds, and carrots, are not magic. They're medicine, real, powerful, scientifically proven medicine that comes from your kitchen, not a pharmacy. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, your eyes are depending on it. The life you want to keep living, reading, driving, seeing the people you love depends on the choices you make right now. You have the power. Now use it.